Speaking of demanding money.
Yes, people are demanding their money back.
Exactly. So, the latest Supreme Court ruling on Trump's tariffs, if you have not heard already, it could put the government on the hook for 175 billion in refunds.
Yes.
So, the problem is the Supreme Court ruled today that the tariffs were imposed by Trump were illegal.
Some of them. So they didn't say all of them. The president has some power to do their own tariffs, but the reciprocal tariffs and just doing all of it, like, you need to go through Congress for that, right? That's kind of balancing the power of the government, right? We all understand that.
Right.
So the problem is he was just acting like a king and just tariffs on everybody in a lot of these big companies. Tariff, and pass that shit on to us regular dudes and women that's going out shopping. So we're walking around paying 20, 30, 40% extra.
Yeah.
And now they're saying the government is going to have to refund that money. The problem is the company's going to refund that money back to us.
Exactly. So who's going to really be made whole here?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem it seems like it's going to be hard. I did look up. There were some companies that filed a lawsuit.
Okay. Stood on business.
Yes, they filed a lawsuit before the ruling. So a couple of those companies, you're not going to be surprised with this one. One was Costco.
Costco been standing on business.
Costco is not afraid.
They ain't playing.
They said, listen, you're not about to stop nothing. Something that I was interested to find was Toyota subsidiary. They filed a lawsuit also about the same day that Costco did, November 21st.
Yeah.
So a lot of these companies, I guess, already knew this was illegal and it was impacting their businesses.
Yeah.
My thing is, in the meantime, in between time, when you had to adhere to that law,
yeah,
how many people bought Toyotas for like 10,000 more or 15,000 more?
A lot. And that's the problem. And there's going to be a lot of litigation going on because if y'all get refunded, then us as the consumer on the back end have to be refunded. And these companies, if they get $10 billion in refunds, they're not going to want to divvy that shit up and give it back to you. You're going to have to sue to get it. It's going to be a class action.
Yeah.
The settlement for the class action is going to be a lot less than they actually owe. And then the lawyers take 33% of it for representing you. The company balance sheet and everything looks great because they just finesse billions and billions of dollars.
I'm just going to go down real quick the lawsuits. Prada had a lawsuit February 6th. Staples had a lawsuit January 20th. Tom Ford.
All of them are suing the Trump administration?
Yes. Okay. They let me see. Luxury company sued the U.S. government. Staples, yes, filed the U.S. government. Yeah, all of these filed against the U.S. government. Tom Ford, J. Crew, Dole, Fresh Fruit Company, GoPro. GoPro, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Barnes and Nobles, I was a little confused about.
Not really. I mean, because they probably importing all those books.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just used to the publishers being here, but maybe the materials.
Yeah, materials. I don't know. I mean, I can see a situation where they setting up shop overseas. Labor is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, true.
Importing,
just get them out of there.
Importing the books over here to make a profit.
Goodyear Tire.
They was bought by private equity.
Okay.
So they might have been over here, but private equity bought them a few years ago, and now they're actually doing pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, Goodyear Tire, Costco, and then there's Toyota, Bumblebee Foods, Revlon. Interesting. That's makeup.
Bumblebee Foods.
I don't know what Bumblebee Foods.
I thought you were gonna say Bumble. I was about to say, what the hell, Tariffs?
No. And then like two other tire company, Yokohama.
Okay.
Tire? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a machinery company as well. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. But the point is, there were a handful of companies who said, no, we're going to sue the U.S. government because this is illegal. And, you made a good point offline. Yeah, these big companies, they could weather the storm. Yeah. But what about the smaller companies who some of them had to shut down?
Yes, it's
because
a lot of
the
businesses.
tariffs.
It's a lot of businesses that shut down or slowed down operations, fired a bunch of people. Because they just couldn't sustain those operations. I mean, my friend have a clothing brand, and when they import merchandise from manufacturers, they pay their price, and then it's like an import tariff fee that they got to pay that too.
Oh,
and they
wow.
got to pass that on to the consumer. They
So
can't eat that cost.
there's no amount of money that you could give unless you can give back to people enough startup money.
But then it's the time value of money, and then it's all of that.
Right.
The other thing about
Right.
this is the insiders who knew about the tariffs and sold a lot of this stock and made billions of dollars. Y'all not gonna be able to make them whole.
Yeah.
So this is why companies. I hate to say this, but it actually makes financial sense for a company to rob you and pay you your money back in about a year or two, because it pumps their stock up. They look good. They look good. Oh, Apple's doing good. Microsoft, they're doing good. Oh, my bad. We did this wrong. Like when Apple, for example, when it was a big conspiracy about Apple doing the phone, slowing down the phones, people was coming out, oh, that's bullshit, whatever. But they got sued, and then
Yeah.
it actually was proven that they were doing that.
Yes.
But from an economic standpoint, okay, you have a phone. We've made our phone so good that it lasts for 2-3 years. You never have to upgrade. You never buy new accessories. You never buy new nothing. So we're gonna slow your phone down, fuck your battery up. So now you're pissed off. Every time, I swear, every time the new iPhone comes out,
yes,
something start happening with my phone.
My GPS stops working. And I said they must know that I am directionally challenged.
Yeah, they notice those are things, they track your phone. They know you use that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
So, okay, I know what I'm doing is illegal, but in order to generate more revenue, I'm going to slow the phones down, make everybody turn their phones in and buy new phones. Okay, I made that revenue, but I also make money because we bought our stock back. When our stock was going down, we go buy the stock back at $100. And then when the stock goes up to 150, because we had all these sales, we sell that stock. So we've made billions in between that.
Yeah,
right?
That's crazy.
And then when the lawsuit come, oh, class action lawsuit against Apple, class action lawsuit against these big companies. They settled a lawsuit for $1 billion, but they've made $70 billion
in the meantime.
And then the lawyers take 33% of it, and then you never really get money back. I only got paid on class actions twice, and it was at a previous job I worked at. And the CEO tried to cook the books and stole a bunch of our overtime money.
What?
And sold the company. And when the company did their due diligence, they found that out. They did a class action lawsuit against it, and I got paid $1,800 twice.
Okay.
Throughout the pandemic when I didn't have a job, but this was the previous job before I started my company. But you see how it actually makes financial sense
to steal first and pay back later.
And then when you're stealing, none of the executives go to jail because you can just be like, "Oh, that was just a bad business practice."
Yeah.
A corporation is considered a person, so the corporation gets fined.
Right.
The executives get a bonus. This is shit. This
is monstrous.
This shit is terrible.
This is
man.
monstrous.